You walk into Costco, and your brain immediately starts lying to you. You see that massive manager's special sign, the $1.50 hot dog cent hits your nose, and suddenly you're convinced that a 40-pound bag of organic Himalayan salt is a life necessity. But here's the cold, hard truth. About 30% of what's in your cart right now is actually a convenience trap designed to subsidize the membership of the people who actually know how to play the game. I've spent 15 years in retail logistics and consumer psychology, literally dissecting the layout of these warehouses to understand why we overspend. I've seen how they move the goalposts on value, and frankly, I'm tired of seeing people leave the warehouse with a $400 receipt and nothing to show for it but a good deal on something they'll throw out in 6 months. I know you want to save money. That's why you pay for the card. But if you aren't looking at the bottom right-hand corner of that price tag for the Death Star asterisk or the secret 97 ending, you're just a guest in their house, paying full price for the privilege. Stick with me, because I'm about to show you the 12 deals hitting the floor right now that are actually worth the trunk space. But it gets worse before it gets better. Most people think the instant savings in the monthly coupon book are the best deals in the building. They aren't. Those are just manufacturer kickbacks. The real gold, it's hidden in the pending delete items that the warehouse manager is desperate to clear out before the spring inventory flip. If you appreciate someone finally pulling back the curtain on these retail mind games, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do the legwork so you don't have to wander the aisles for 3 hours on a Saturday. We're starting with something that usually stays hidden in the electronics cage. Right now, there's a massive push on the Espresso Display's portable monitor. Most people walk right past the small boxes near the laptops. But here's the secret. This is a 15.6-inch 1080p beast that runs off a single USB-C cable. Now, you might be asking, Cody, why not just buy a cheap second monitor for my desk? Because this isn't for your desk. It's for the person working from a coffee shop or a hotel room who is tired of toggling between 14 tabs on a 13-inch MacBook screen. Retailers like Best Buy are still trying to move these for $300 plus, but Costco just dropped these to $249.99. Here's the kicker. Check the date code on the bottom of the sign. If you see it's been sitting there for more than 2 weeks, keep an eye out for that price to end in a 97. If it does, that's a buy immediately scenario, because they aren't restocking these once the pallet is empty. We are deep into New Year, New Me season, and Costco is currently the front line for the supplement wars. You'll see the massive tubs of protein, but the deal you actually need to snag is the Orgain micronized creatine monohydrate. Most supplement shops will charge you a fitness tax of $30 to $40 for a high-quality micronized powder. Costco just put this on the floor for $5 off, bringing it down to a price point that makes it cheaper than most generic brands on Amazon. But don't just grab one. Creatine is a commodity that doesn't expire quickly, and this specific instant savings is a limited-time manufacturer play. Now you might be thinking, I'll just wait for the next coupon cycle. Don't. Supplement prices are projected to spike by 10% by Q3 due to raw material costs. This is your window to stock up for the entire year. If your counter is currently cluttered with a slow cooker, a steamer, and a rice maker, you're doing it wrong. The Ninja Foodi Possible Cooker Pro Plus is hitting shelves right now with an 11-in-1 functionality. Usually, these all-in-one gadgets are a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none situation. But I've tested the thermal distribution on this model, and it actually sears meat better than most dedicated stovetop pans. Costco has this for $80 right now, which is a $50 savings off the standard retail price. But here's the insider tip. Look at the model number. This is the PRO Plus version, which includes the integrated spoon and the oven-safe pot. You won't find this specific bundle at this price anywhere else. It's a warehouse-only configuration designed to keep you from price matching at Target. And while that Ninja cooker is a steal for your counter, your floors are probably screaming for help after the winter slush. That leads us directly to the biggest disruptor in the cleaning aisle right now, the Dyson Wash G1 floor cleaner. Dyson usually plays hardball with their pricing, but they've just launched this specialized hard floor washer at Costco with a member-only bundle that is frankly making the big box tech stores look bad. You're getting the extra roller set and the specialized floor solution included for $130 off the retail MSRP. Now here's the secret. Most people think they need a vacuum mop combo. They don't. Those crosswaves usually just create a mud slurry in your machine that smells like a wet dog after 3 uses. The Wash G1 separates the solids from the liquids, and seeing it at this price point, around $470, is a rarity. If you see this pallet shrinking, grab it. Dyson deals at Costco are often one and done for the quarter. But let's pivot for a second. Not everything worth buying is a high-ticket electronic. Sometimes the smartest pro move is the most boring one. Right now, the Kirkland Signature freezer bags are on a manufacturer's discount that effectively brings them down to nearly 40% less than the Ziploc name brand sitting right next to them. I know what you're thinking. Cody, I'm not getting excited about plastic bags. But listen to the math. You're getting a 4-box variety pack for under $10. In any other grocery store, you're paying $6 for a single box of 30. But it gets worse for the name brands. The Kirkland version actually has a thicker micron count, meaning less freezer burn on that expensive bulk ribeye you just bought. If you aren't stocking up on these during this specific instant savings window, you're essentially volunteering to pay a brand tax for the rest of the year. If your current laptop sounds like a jet engine taking off every time you open a Zoom call, you need to head to the center of the warehouse. The Dell Inspiron 16 touchscreen laptop is currently sitting at $200 off. Here is why this specific deal is actually worth it. This isn't the stripped-down version you find at the back-to-school sales. This model is packed with 16 GB of RAM and a 1 TB SSD. Most people make the mistake of buying the $399 doorbuster laptops that have 8 GB of RAM. In 2026, 8 GB is basically a paperweight. For $599, you're getting a machine that will actually last you 4 to 5 years. Plus, Costco's 90-day return policy on electronics is the ultimate peace of mind insurance policy. If you find a better spec in 3 months, you just bring it back. No questions asked. Finally, for this section, we have to talk about the liquid gold of the pantry aisle. Rao's homemade marinara is currently at a price that I haven't seen in 12 months. Usually, a single 24-ounce jar of Rao's will set you back $8 or $9 at a standard supermarket. Right now, Costco has the 2-pack of 28-ounce jars for $3 off, bringing the total to about $11.99. Here's the investigator tip. Look at the ingredients. Most budget sauces are loaded with soybean oil and added sugar. Rao's is just tomatoes, olive oil, and herbs. It's the closest thing to Grandma's Sunday sauce you can get without a flight to Italy. I see people buying 5 or 6 sets of these, and for once, I actually agree with the panic buying. It's a shelf-stable staple that saves you $20 a month on takeout. But here's the thing. The real hidden treasures aren't even in the food or tech aisles. They're in the sections most people skip because they think they're too expensive or too niche. Now you might be asking, Cody, what about the big-ticket home upgrades? Well, that's where things get really interesting, because Costco just dropped their 2026 furniture refresh, and the value on the floor right now is actually embarrassing for high-end furniture boutiques. Take the Hendren Murphy fabric office chair. In my years analyzing supply chains, I've seen this exact build, pocket coil seats, layered foam, and premium tilt tension, sell for $350 in specialty office stores. Costco has it for $149.99. It's the new year, new office play, but it won't last past February. Once those boxes are gone, they're gone. While you're in the middle aisles, look for the foldable storage trunks. These are currently marked down to $27.99. That's a $7 drop. Here's the thing. Most collapsible storage is flimsy trash. These things are actually rated for heavy stacking. I've seen professional organizers buy these by the dozen because they look high-end, but but fold flat when you don't need them. At this price, you're basically paying for the materials and getting the engineering for free. But it's not all office chairs and storage bins. If you've been anywhere on social media lately, you've seen the Dubai chocolate craze. People are paying $20 for a single bar of pistachio-filled chocolate. Costco just released the Choxo Dubai-inspired pistachio cups for $14.74 for a massive 14.8-ounce bag. It's organic, gluten-free, and it's the knowledge gap deal of the month. People are literally driving to 3 different warehouses to find these because they're selling out within 48 hours of hitting the floor. If you see the bag, grab 2. Trust me. Now, if you want to talk about a deal that actually pays for itself, head to the hardware section. The ecobee Smart Thermostat Premium Plus Pack is bundled with 2 extra smart sensors for a price that undercuts the standard version at Amazon or Home Depot by nearly $60. But here's the secret pro tip most people miss. Check your local utility company's website while you're standing in the aisle. Many providers offer a $75 to $100 rebate for installing a smart thermostat. When you combine that rebate with Costco's member pricing, you're effectively getting a $250 system for under $100. That's not a deal. That's a heist. Finally, the deal that most people are walking right past because it looks like a project they don't want to deal with. The 3-in-1 multifunction shower column. It's currently on sale for $119.99. This is a brushed nickel, no-drill installation that turns a standard shower into a spa experience. I've seen similar rainfall units go for $300 at plumbing supply houses. Here's why it's actually worth buying. It uses a high-pressure power sweep spray that's designed for cleaning the shower walls and pets. It's one of those rare items where the utility matches the aesthetic. But check the tag. If that deal ends on February 19th, you've only got a few days left to pull the trigger. Before you head to the registers, remember the Costco golden rule. The deal isn't a deal if it ends up in the trash. The real pro shoppers aren't the ones with the fullest carts. They're the ones who know how to spot the 97 clearance and the asterisk of death. I've just given you the roadmap to the 12 best deals in the building right now. If you want to see how I stack these savings with the executive membership 2%, back to basically make my membership free every year, let me know in the comments.